Good morning, YouTube! So we thought that we would come on here before we go to the gym and talk a little bit about how we structure our workouts and also how I'm getting into running. So we're going to talk about me first. So basically, I used to be in track when I was younger, and I loved it during high school and university. So much fun. And then that's kind of when I crossed over into bodybuilding, and I tore my hip flexor, and I could no longer be in track anymore. I kind of made that call because I was like 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out, and I was like, I'm not taking this risk. So I stopped training for track and field. I did the 3-kilometer races, and I also did javelin. And it was so much fun. I loved it so much. And my whole life as well, like I just loved running. I lived in like the middle of nowhere, so there was really like when I was home when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, before I had my license, I would just run or walk to my friends' houses like 10 kilometers away. So it's all you could do. So that's what I did. And I learned to really appreciate that part and learning my cardiovascular activity. And so I kind of always get this itch to start running again. Every time it starts getting a little bit nicer out, when it starts like feeling like spring, smelling like spring. Right now there's a snowstorm, so I couldn't get out today to run, and I was really excited for today because I was going to do my 9 minutes 5.55 second run. So I'm following a program right now on an app since I got my new shoes. And it's all about, they have like these free programs, and it's like a week-to-week basis. You kind of set a date for yourself on when you want to accomplish like your big goal. So for example, there's like marathon programs for like 10 weeks. And then there is like 10 kilometers or 5-kilometer races that you can do to work up to that level. So I went out the other day once I got my shoes, and I decided to see like how long it would take me to run 3 kilometers again. It took me like 22 minutes. Last time I did it, competitively, it was like 12 minutes, and that was like unfortunate, but I'm not gonna be mad at myself. That was like 6 years ago. So anyways, so the next day I decided to follow a program for 10 kilometers. So the next day, yesterday when I went out, my 3 kilometers was way easier, my pace was way more consistent, and I didn't walk. I only walked once, which I was really proud about. So now my goal is to do my road to 10 kilometers, and I'm going to try and do that before May 26th, and then I'll probably do a little 10-kilometer, it says 10-kilometer race, it's here in Calgary, but I'm not going to treat it as a race if I do decide to join. I'll probably register just for the fun of it. There's also, you can register for like a 5-kilometer one, so depending on which one, I definitely do want to get out there and do it. I think that would be so much fun and just give me something to look forward to, where I'm taking this entire year as an off season, kind of like the last 2 years, because I competed about a year ago. Oh my god, I competed a year ago in 4 days. That's crazy. So yeah, so it kind of is just giving me something else to look forward to and work towards. I like always having something that will, drive me and like motivate me to do something fun, and it's usually outdoor activities or some sort of fitness level aspect. So that gives me something to look forward to, and I'm going to work up to that. And maybe you'll see a marathon on here someday, because that would be super fun to do. I like watching that on YouTube, people training for like ultra marathons like the Ironman and everything. So who knows? But there's my goals. Okay, so then
chest.
I'm feeling strong today. a while since I touched 40s for this movement incline dumbbell press. Today is the day. We're at 35s right now for my second working set. We're feeling good, just did 30s for 12. I'm getting stronger, what can I say? And next set, we're gonna do the 40s. Nate will just have to spot me a little bit. How many was that?
10.
That's good.
10 for a joyride.
Yeah.
Everybody needs more upper chest. Everybody. So I'm going to do this set. I'm dedicating this set to anybody who doesn't have an upper chest. This is for you.
Nate's just generous like that.
If you don't have an upper chest, I'm doing these reps for you.
And then you gotta do them for Nate.
It's a charitable return.
Let's chest press to Taylor Swift.
I love when people, and when I say people, I mean men, they'll ego lift on chest day rather than focus on the stretch. Just focus on the stretch. You're gonna benefit way more.
that I wouldn't be able to keep up with him at the gym. I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing pretty good here.
My arm is big. Alright.
Now we're going to talk about how we structure our lifts, our split, and how we kind of go about every single day. Because every single day we don't really have like a plan until we get there, but we have like the knowledge now that we can like structure it appropriately and make sure each week it is staying consistent with the muscle groups that we were hitting for each day. So our split is, it starts with arms and then chest, which we're doing today right after this. And then we're doing hams and glutes.
Back. Shoulders, quads.
Yeah. And then a rest day. So yeah, we usually will take turns, which I find really fun, and I usually tell everyone because I think it's really fun and like it's nice because every day, like if one of us are just like more tired or something, like yesterday I ran our arm day, today like you'll probably run chest. I don't know. It usually just depends when we get there. I find like I usually will run hams and glutes too because we'll work your way around the hip thrusts. and we'll change it a little bit.
Some days we don't always do exercises together either. Yeah. Like if there's injuries or problems, or if it doesn't benefit one's physique versus the others, we work around it. So she'll do her hip thrusts. She'll typically do it in the Smith machine. I'll just help her load it up. It's only a couple minutes. I don't lose anything, and then we just jump back into whatever exercises we're gonna do to finish our day. But I mean, it's just juggling each other with each other's goals, but at the same time you get the benefit of having somebody to train with, which I think is huge. And I think training with somebody is way more beneficial than I think training with somebody else is way more beneficial than training alone. A, they keep you accountable. B, spots, the greatest part is spots where you push further, push harder, you're able to do more, and it kind of gives you that little edge over just being alone, or if you just don't want to bother other people by asking them to help you or anything. But the accountability that comes with somebody else with you, or just juggling around or even just laughing, it just makes it better. And then at the same time, as Christina touched on, we run each day a little differently. So I'll run chest today typically, and she'll run arms as she did yesterday. And that kind of leaves one person to just kind of like focus on the movements rather than worrying about what they're doing next or where they're going next or how they're going to structure it or anything like that. And then
just getting in and being like, what are we doing today? And then the other person just being like, let's do this is what I had in mind for the day. And we both are on the same page with like every movement that we do. Like we know which muscle groups to hit with each day. So it's pretty flawless. Like we work really well that way. And it kind of just leaves a lot of brain fatigue for the other person out. So you don't really have to think about it if someone's a little bit more tired or like if someone's a little cranky. You don't even have to think about it. You just work out as if you had like a coach or something telling you what to do.
Exactly. It's a team. It's a team building thing, right? So you get way more benefits this way, we always found, than going alone. Mind you, not all of us have somebody regularly or somebody who's on time or anything like that.
And I used to hate training with people. Like I was always the one my whole life since being in the gym, I would train by myself. But since like Nate can like help spot me and push me, I find it like there's way more benefit to me to have him there to work out rather than someone that is gonna want to cut corners or gonna want to kind of like slack off a little bit or be like, we're done, let's just go home, rather than like that's not the case for like both of us. We don't have that mindset. So I think we just work really well as a team. if you wanted to get into, you know, working out with a friend or someone, make sure you develop that, like, not boundary, but just make it known that, you know, you're in the gym to work, you're in the gym to grow and to do what your goals are, to achieve your goals. So having someone that's in your ear just kind of cutting corners and slacking off the whole time, it's going to be tempting for you to as well. And that's the last thing you want, is to leave the gym knowing you didn't give your full effort because of the other person.
And it doesn't even just stay in the gym. If you got a friend that you're going out with to hit the gym hard, and then he's always asking Dairy Queen, McDonald's, Taco Bell, like, you're not getting ahead. You're not doing what you should be doing. You're not doing what's really, like, the whole point of it. Like, you're not doing what's the responsible choice.
Yeah.
So at the same time, you guys seen our fridge the other day. Very clean, very basic. We don't eat out. We drive to the gym. We drive straight back. Our only treats are, before we go into the gym, we have a Rice Krispie square each, protein shakes. But I mean, we kind of juggle around. We'll do a cheat day maybe once a week or
and
so.
Also, our cheat meals are, we made it, like, we established this a while ago when we moved here, was our cheat meals are going to be, like, together as, like, a date night, or, like, something that we can enjoy together rather than just, like, binging on the couch watching TikToks all night. We kind of established that so it can be just, like, you know, something that we can do together and enjoy together and have that moment.
And even when we step out, we try to make conscious decisions. Like, we go to this little place local to us, it's just a stone throw away. It's called Mucho Burrito. Ideal place, ideal location. It's not, you know, loads of calories. It's not loads of fat. It's not an outrageous meal.
It's like Pita Pit, but burritos, and it's healthier, in my opinion. It's really good.
We love it, and that's what we choose to do. And
why we are coaching alone and just the two of us, why we kind of, like, stop working with our coaches right now. Not to say that we'll get like another one in the future, but where I'm just taking a lot of time off from competing right now. I know that I'm young and I need to grow to be more competitive, and each season I want to look my best and look different than my last package. So I'm not yet. I'm not one of those competitors right now that does, like, a show season that has, like, 4 shows picked up for the year, or, like, 6 shows. I just can't do that yet. I think that would, like, not benefit me at all right now, just for my, like, age and my muscle maturity and everything. I just think I would be backtracking at that point. And where I do have Persevere Coaching, it's online coaching, and I try and help, like, everyone with lifestyle. I have a prep client right now, and I have someone training for the biking portion of Ironman. So I want to make sure that, like, my programs and my, you know, the way that I coach is as effective as possible. So I'm kind of using myself as kind of like a guinea pig, and as well bouncing ideas off of Nate as well. Just to ensure that everything is going smooth and that I know what I'm talking about when I'm telling my clients, because of course you want to be as confident as possible with the methods that you use to coach. So I'm taking this time as my off season to try out all these different workouts instead of having, like, a structured routine that other coaches would just have me doing for 12 weeks in a row, etc. So I just want to make sure that everything is in line for my clients so I can give them the best that they're paying for.
many of you guys know that I used to be coached through Mike Lunds. God love him. He was fantastic. Everything was great, but I decided to come off just for coming out here and stop working with him for the time being. No bad blood. God love him. Like I said, he was fantastic to work with. He always responded well and everything, but just the money. It was just a money thing juggling. So and my goals changed at the same time. So I originally was going to do a show with Mike, and we were kind of building into that direction. And we moved out here, chasing new things, new opportunities, and it just didn't line up with what I told Mike we wanted. So I just stepped back, and I'd recommend him for everything. If anybody was looking for a coach in the East Coast, check out Mike Lund's. Fantastic reviews from me. If anybody wants to get in contact with him, message me or get a hold of me, and I'll give you his information, and you guys can talk.
Perfect.
Chest.
Chest.